And since we really don't know anything about the lake, guys, we went to where there's wind blowing kind of 45 degrees to the riprap. And there's a big main lake point up here in front of us. You can see that out of the boat that's sitting out off the end of it. And we're gonna fish our way down to there and use that as our kind of fact-finding mission for the day. The good thing about this area where we're at is there's lots of options we have in terms of other area lakes. So if this lake doesn't give us what we want, we'll go to some other lake.
There we go.
Fish. All right, what'd you get?
I don't know, but he's running real hard. It's a bigger, it's a better fish.
All right, there we go.
Whatever this is big.
Okay, I'll get the net.
This is big. This is big.
Is it a big old catfish?
It's a big pike.
Here,
I gotta
okay,
get back
go,
here.
go.
He's gonna.
You want me to pick power poles up? No, he's back. Okay. It's a big pike?
Yeah.
Let me see, how big? Oh, dude, it's a huge pike.
Oh, man.
Look
Hey,
at that,
how about
dude.
that?
Look at this. Look at the camera. Oh, there it goes. It finally cut. I was going to say that bait is gone, dude. It swallowed his. He ate the money badger.
He ate the money badger, dude.
And he literally ate the money badger. Yeah, I don't even know where in there that bait is, but it's way down there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Look at that, dude. Here, I got long pliers right there.
We can get him out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he I think he wanted it. That's what I call a committed bite. Dude, look at that thing, dude. That's he said he only likes pike when they're over 30 inches. So I guess
I'll
that's
take
what
this
you
one.
like. You still got your little tail in there.
Yeah.
So nice
Slammed.
job, guys.
There we go.
All right. Okay, I'll sink the poles. What'd you get? What'd you get?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll get the net one way or the other. We're not messing around.
Nice one. Looks almost like a largemouth. Yeah, it's a largemouth.
Largemouth on a spinnerbait? No way.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't swipe him. There you
Nice.
go.
On the power blade.
Nicely done. There's a
There we
pretty
go.
fish right there. Look at
Yeah.
that. Is there anything more classic than a big old golden shiner double willow 3/4 ounce
Not really.
spinnerbait in a largemouth on a stump flat? That's a great looking fish.
All right.
Whee! All right, guys, so to set the scene real quick, because somebody's observant's gonna say, wait a minute, they look different, the lake looks different. We fished in the first lake for almost 2 hours, hour and a half.
Right.
Caught a bunch of fish, lots of fish, had a good time. Wasn't what we were really looking for. And the beauty of coming to a place like South Dakota is there's another lake right down the road. And so we trailered the boat, did the same thing we did the other day when we fished with him, went to a new lake. So now we're here on this lake. It's all stumps and trees and rocks. You can see the weather's still yucky, and we're gonna give it this afternoon and see if we can catch over here. So we fished one other spot so far, didn't pan out over there, swung through here. It's a pinch point on the lake, which is the main thing we always look for, and what, 5 casts we got one here.
Spinnerbait strikes again.
Spinner bait, there you go. He's the designer of that bait, so it makes sense. Now, not only am I throwing a bait that this guy designed, it's one of my favorite baits, the Berkeley Stunna. Dan here designed it. Now I picked his rod up that he has it rigged on, and I'm finna catch a fish in front of him with his own bait on his own rod.
I set
on a
it
lake that he wanted to come fish.
I set it up just for the spot. And I'm like, I think I might pick this up. He's like, oh man, do you mind if I have that rod?
Let me just
No,
take a
that's
whack
okay.
at that
You
real
can do
quick. And I know you like to fish jerkbaits on spinning tackle, same as I do, more than most people do.
Right.
A lot of traditional bass guys don't want to do that, but for me, it comes down to how easy I can work it. I can hold on to the rod, just hangs in your hand.
Yeah, I agree. I like working them on a spinning rod just as much as a casting, but there's something magical about the spinning rod sometimes. It just gets them.
Well, and you can throw it way out there too, you know, and a jerkbait is something you can work fast. So with this spinning rod, you can launch this thing on braid. And with it being on braid like that, you have a real distinct bite feel to it. You know it's bit or not bit. You can jerk the vegetation off it real easily. It's just not fatiguing at all to fish, comparatively. Fish.
Big.
Okay.
Look at that thing.
Oh, he just ate my jerkbait. He ate Dan's
Took my
jerkbait.
thing.
Oh, there's 2 of them with him.
Right.
There's 2 more fish with him.
Just get that in, dude.
I know. I'm not. He's big. I didn't see how he's hooked. I was looking at him. Oh, that's okay. We're good. Easy. Stay out of the trolling. He's got a whole face full of trebles, so I think he'll stay on. Oh, buddy, that's a big old smallmouth on a jerkbait in shallow cover. Look how much shoulders are on him. Oh, buddy, don't do that. Right there he is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
Dude,
look at the size of that.
That's gotta be your personal best, dude.
That is a giant smallmouth, people. Oh my gosh, let's get him unhooked real quick for a still.
Yeah.
People, look at this. So Dan designed this here jerkbait, and fans of this show will know that I happen to be a fan of jerkbaits in general.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's like
dude.
probably a 5.5, man.
Look at this. Let's grab this. I'm gonna show
You
him
only
this
had
real
to
quick.
steal my jerkbait and my jerkbait rod.
I just made a comment about stealing his bait and throwing it because he had it tied on. Perfect little stunner jerkbait, and look at that.
5 even.
5-0.
5 even. It's still 5.
It's a 5-pounder. I'll take it. He's not quite as heavy as I thought he was, but what a fish, guys.
Nice.
Holy Smallie. We're gonna put him back real gentle right here. Look at that thing.
Oh, it's a horse.
That is a horse. There you go, buddy.
Stunner. Look at how black he is.
I know. Look at the colors on him, guys. Great looking fish. Here you go, baby.
There she goes.
All
right, Chad.
My man.
Nice.
This guy knows how to put a bait out there. So in the last couple days, we've been fishing all over. Your money badger has absolutely crushed.
Right.
The stunner, the power blade spinnerbait. I caught a gigantic walleye even on that thing. Yeah, dude, you put out some decent baits.
I try to make them as good as I can.
I want to point this out too real quick. So this is his rod. This is not my setup, okay? He had already had it rigged. So and the reason I'm saying this is it justifies how I've, for many, many years, advocated jerkbaiting. First of all, he's got it on a big spinning reel. He's got it on a medium power rod. Fluorocarbon leader, there's a knot right there. It feels like it's about 10 or 12.
Yep, 12.
12, okay. And then the stunner, the shallow stunner jerkbait right there in the chrome because of the sun. And it's literally the exact rig I would throw. So when I saw it laying on the deck, I was like, well, dude, I'll take that one and just throw it. And yeah, you see why. Dan, what's the fundamental difference between a hit stick and a stunner?
Number one, I'll tell you, one is a slow rise jerkbait. That's the hit stick. The stunner is a slow sinking jerkbait. So right there and there, you can actually get the separation between the two, but they have 2 different built-in actions. So with the hit stick, we have the better than balsa action. You know, that's going more after that. With the stunner, it's all about a great built-in action, but it slowly descends in the water column, so you can cover a greater depth percentage in the water column.
Gotcha. And both are proven, in my experience, to catch fish really well.
Right.
I have used them both to great success. You know, they've both been fantastic baits. This particular bait right here, guys, I'll show it to you real quick since I have it in my hand. It's pure chrome for starters, which Dan knows. I give him a hard time for the last, 10 years I've been giving you a hard time about more chrome. I love chrome. But also this particular bait right here has been used for really good success on some really big walleyes back in Colorado on that pure chrome in high bright sun, including a almost 11-pounder that a client of mine caught on a guide trip with it. So I have a tremendous amount of confidence in the hit stick as well as the stunner, as well as the cutter, which was the predecessor to both of these.
Right, yep.
And by the way, you can still get the cutter. I get emails all the time. You can still get the cutter. You just got to get it in the Berkeley saltwater lineup now. So
right.
You can get the 90s. Can't get all of them. You can get some. You can get the 90s, right?
We're bringing the best one back. It's the shallow cutter 90. It's just going to be the cutter 90 now. It's in saltwater for our inshore lineup.
Yep.
But it works just as effectively for all your freshwater species.
Yeah, and the fundamental difference, guys, only is the hooks and the split rings and some of the colors.
Yep.
So they put really beefy Fusion 19s on it for saltwater. I had no problems with the original Fusion 19s in saltwater, but beefier is better always in saltwater because you never know what will grab it.
There we go.
Oh boy. Hang on, I was rigging another jerkbait, guys, but I don't have time to rig a jerkbait because home slice is just smacking smallmouth. Oh man, that's a big one there.
That's a good one.
Guys. Oh,
there we go.
How about that for network?
Nice. Look at that.
That is a giant one there too, guys. That's a big one. Pliers right here if you need them.
Yep.
So we've caught 3, 4, 5 right now in the span of a few minutes. 1 on a gulp minnow, 4 on a jerkbait.
Yep.
2 of them are well over 4 pounds. One of them right at 5.
Yeah. This is a fat,
Dude, this is
fat
a
fish,
ridiculous spot to fish.
Crush the stunner.
All right, guys, there we go. There's that Fishful Witness net with the flat bottom. As always, we're easy on fish. Keep them in the water in between photos and all that. We're gonna lower this out and let him out of there. And
look at them.
off he goes. Please, 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 people, promise me, if you're a fan of our show, do one thing, be easy on your fish. If you're gonna take pictures and stuff with them, keep them in the water while you get the camera ready and all that. I don't generally preach to people, but everybody wants pictures these days, and the more time they spend in the water and less time in your hands, the better chance they have of a successful release. And yeah, delayed mortality is a real thing. Be nice to your fish and they'll be nice to you.